In the quiet chambers of the heart, where thoughts often dance unseen and unheard, a profound drama is currently unfolding. It concerns a connection, a bond that defies simple definition, and the two souls entwined within its intricate tapestry. The one might perceive a profound stillness, a noticeable distance, or even a deliberate withholding of words from a particular individual in your life. It would be a grave misinterpretation to equate this outward silence with an absence of thought or a diminishing of the profound connection you once shared, or indeed, continue to share. Far from it, what appears on the surface as a void is, in truth, a fertile ground where an intense and deeply personal process of introspection is taking root and blossoming. This is not a fleeting moment of casual reflection, nor is it merely a passing consideration. Rather, it is an immersive journey into the very essence of this unique relationship. This individual has been dedicating an extraordinary amount of time, perhaps more than ever before, to delving into the intricate nature of this bond. They are meticulously examining the myriad emotions it awakens within them, the subtle currents that flow between you, and, most critically, their truest, most authentic intentions toward you. This isn't a passive mental exercise, it is an active, almost spiritual, engagement with their inner landscape. They are not simply thinking, they are receiving profound intuitive insights, whispers from the depths of their being that are slowly, meticulously, bringing clarity to what was once shrouded in confusion. For some, this dawning of understanding might be the first true moment of lucidity they've experienced in what feels like an eternity. It is as if a veil has been lifted, and they are, at long last, seeing you, the dynamic of your shared connection, and the intricate labyrinth of their own feelings through an entirely new and unfiltered lens. This new perspective is not merely a shift, it is a revelation, one that unflinchingly exposes truths they may have consciously or unconsciously been denying, avoiding, or even actively resisting for a considerable period. Yet, for many of you who have been patiently, perhaps agonizingly, awaiting this very moment of clarity, this newfound understanding on their part may arrive with a bittersweet taste, feeling frustratingly overdue, or even tragically late. You have, understandably, traversed a long and arduous path, one fraught with the perplexing inconsistencies of hot and cold behavior. You have endured the emotional whiplash of their unpredictable shifts, the maddening dance of back and forth that left your spirit utterly depleted, your mind perpetually confused, and your emotional reserves utterly drained. It was a cycle that chipped away at your peace, eroding your sense of self-worth with each uncertain turn. The emotional inconsistency was a relentless tide, pulling you in only to push you away, leaving you stranded on the shores of uncertainty. This constant oscillation, this push and pull, created an environment of emotional instability that became unbearable. It was precisely at this critical juncture, when the emotional toll became too heavy to bear, that a profound and empowering shift occurred within you. You instinctively recognized the imperative to reclaim your inherent power, to safeguard your precious energy, and to erect healthy, non-negotiable boundaries around your sacred space. This was not an act of aggression, but one of profound self-preservation. You understood, with an undeniable clarity, the urgent need to protect your inner peace, to consciously step back from a dynamic that often felt overwhelmingly one-sided, and to cease the relentless overgiving of your heart, your time, and your energy into a connection that seemed, at times, to offer little in return. This decision was not born of bitterness, nor was it a punitive measure. On the contrary, it was a magnificent testament to your burgeoning self-love, a powerful declaration of your personal growth, and an unwavering commitment to your own well-being. You no longer found yourself in the agonizing position of chasing after their fleeting attention, nor did you beg for their affection, or desperately try to convince them of your intrinsic value. That chapter of your life had definitively closed. And this profound transformation, this resolute shift in your energetic posture, has not gone unnoticed by them. They are acutely feeling the reverberations of this change. They can sense, with an almost palpable awareness, that your energy is no longer orbiting around them, no longer entirely consumed by their presence or absence. Instead, it has been consciously redirected inward, focused with unwavering intensity on your own profound healing journey, your personal happiness, and the pursuit of your deepest fulfillment. You are no longer striving to prove your worth to them, nor are you attempting to force an outcome or manipulate circumstances. You are simply existing, authentically and powerfully, in your own light. And, in a paradox that often characterizes matters of the heart, this newfound independence, this radiant self-sufficiency, is drawing them in with a magnetic force far more potent than any words, any grand gestures, or any desperate pleas ever could have achieved. It is unsettling them, perhaps even driving them to a quiet desperation, precisely because they are unaccustomed to experiencing this profound lack of control, this unsettling absence of emotional security from your direction. They had grown accustomed to the comforting, predictable knowledge that you would always be there, always reaching out, always demonstrating your unwavering care. But now, the silence emanating from your end is not merely silence. It is a resonant, echoing void that reverberates loudly within the confines of their mind. This profound sense of loss, or more accurately, the terrifying potential for irreversible loss, is serving as a powerful, undeniable catalyst, pushing them inexorably towards action. Behind the scenes, in the unseen depths of their internal world, they are engaged in a fervent attempt to bring order to the chaos of their thoughts. They are meticulously sifting through the tangled threads of their inner fears, confronting long-held anxieties, and diligently working to unravel the complexities of their own emotional landscape. Simultaneously, their mind is meticulously planning, strategizing, and envisioning various scenarios for how they might, at long last, approach you. There is a burgeoning, almost overwhelming, desire within them to extend a hand, to send a message, however small, that unequivocally demonstrates their continued care, their unwavering presence, even if their recent actions, or lack thereof, have painted a vastly different picture. This urge is not merely a flicker, it is a strong, persistent flame, compelling them to express their deepest feelings directly, to unequivocally show you that they are, in fact, here for you, truly present, and genuinely willing to undertake the necessary steps to make things right between you. However, hand in hand with this powerful urge comes a formidable companion, fear. They are acutely afraid that reaching out now, after the passage of time, after the accumulation of unspoken words and unresolved tensions, after all that has transpired, might inadvertently trigger a painful argument, an emotional confrontation, or a resurgence of past hurts. They carry the heavy burden of knowing they have caused you pain, whether through careless words, thoughtless actions, or the deafening silence of their absence. They are painfully aware that they have let you down, perhaps not just once, but on multiple occasions, leaving you feeling abandoned or overlooked. And as intensely as they yearn for reconnection, there remains a persistent, nagging part of them that questions whether the damage inflicted has become irreparable, whether too much precious time has slipped through your fingers, or whether too many profound wounds have been left to fester, unhealed and untended. They fear your response, not because they are indifferent, but precisely because they care so profoundly, so intensely, that the mere thought of facing the raw pain of your rejection or the searing heat of your anger is almost unbearable. It is a fear born of deep love, a testament to the immense value they place on your connection. Yet, despite this tumultuous inner conflict, this relentless push and pull of desire and apprehension, their heart, with an almost mystical persistence, keeps circling back to you. Like a compass needle drawn irrevocably to true north, their thoughts invariably return to your presence, your essence. They find themselves consumed by visions of the future, imagining with vivid clarity what life might truly look like with you steadfastly by their side. And the more they allow themselves to fully immerse in these tantalizing visions, the more they realize, with an undeniable certainty, the immense happiness, the profound sense of completeness they believe they would discover in a life shared intimately with you. In the discerning lens of their perception, you embody the very essence of what a lifelong partner should be, a beacon of compassion, a fortress of strength, a wellspring of understanding, an unwavering pillar of loyalty, and a soul imbued with profound emotional intelligence. The very thought of committing to you fully, of embarking on the sacred journey of marriage, ignites within them a sense of joy and an unparalleled completeness that they have searched for, perhaps unknowingly, in every other corner of their existence, only to find it elusive until now. Still, a sobering realization has settled upon them. Mere words, however heartfelt or eloquent, will no longer suffice. You have undergone a profound metamorphosis. You have grown, evolved, and ascended to a higher plane of self-awareness. You are no longer the same individual who once lingered, patiently, perhaps even desperately, hoping that they would, at long last, recognize and appreciate your inherent value. You have, with remarkable courage, stepped fully and unapologetically into your own radiant light, and that light, far from dimming, is now shining brighter than it ever has before. They see it, this magnificent luminescence, and while it undeniably fills them with a certain degree of trepidation, a quiet fear of its intensity, it simultaneously serves as a powerful, undeniable source of inspiration. It is igniting a fervent fire within them, compelling them to rise to the occasion, to take full and uncompromising responsibility for their past actions, and to show up with genuine, sustained effort, not merely with empty promises that dissipate like smoke, or with sporadic bursts of fleeting attention.